Here we are, finally. We are on the last ever episode of the Scouts Pouch series. It has been a ridiculously long road, but we're finally at the end, and it would be quite weird not to have this series going on anymore. So today, for the last time, welcome to another Scouts Pouch video. Today, we are going to be covering the Rap Assassin, and then once this video is over, we're going to be focusing purely on the Soldier Stash series, which also is a series that I've been having loads of fun with, and I've been learning a lot in, so that one will be really cool. Really quickly before we get into this video, I do just want to say that a lot of work has gone into this entire series, and I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. I want to do one of these series for each class eventually, so if you want to see stuff like that, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new, and make sure you don't miss any of my future videos. Thank you. Anyway, Rap Assassin time. So, the Rap Assassin is a melee weapon for the Scout. On the wiki, it is described as a ripped, team-coloured roll of spotted wrapping paper, accompanied by a team-coloured bauble. You can get the Rap Assassin in unique, strange, and collector's quality. I personally love using strange weapons because then every single kill you get is counted, so having a strange Rap Assassin is pretty nice. So, the Rap Assassin works fairly similarly to the Sandman in the sense that you have a projectile ball that you can fire off by clicking your mouse too. The only difference between the two is that the Rap Assassin fires off a bauble that explodes on impact, and once it's travelled a little bit further than the Sandman ball, but it travels significantly less distance than the Sandman ball would, so it could be in the air for longer, but it won't go as far. Probably has something to do with like the weight of it being a bauble and then a baseball, but yeah, I don't know, that bit confused me for a little bit. The bauble also recharges 25% faster than the Sandman ball, which is really nice, but once you fire the Rap Assassin ball, you can't pick it back up because it shatters when it hits anything. If you manage to hit somebody with the bauble, they will end up taking damage from the impact and also bleed for 5 seconds. However, actually hitting an enemy with the Rap Assassin will do 35% less damage than the default bat would. So you're not actually going to be wanting to hit them with this roll of wrapping paper, you're going to be wanting to hit them with the bauble from the wrapping paper. The bauble and the bleed damage is pretty much what you should be focusing on here. I don't know how many times you're going to need to use the Rap Assassin to actually attack an enemy, but the bleed damage is really helpful if you can get that going. Another cool thing about the bauble is that it has a small area of effect, so if you miss, you could still be doing a little bit of damage to anyone who is close to where the bauble shatters. So you can deal between 4 and 13 damage with just shattering the bauble if you miss, which is decent. They don't start bleeding, but if an enemy is ridiculously low on health and you miss right at the last second, this could potentially help you get that kill. So let's talk about the damage numbers a little bit more. The base damage of the Rap Assassin is 12. You do 12 damage per hit, which really isn't great. A critical hit is 37 damage, again, not amazing. And the mini crit damage of the Rap Assassin is 17. So realistically, you shouldn't really be trying to hit people with the Rap Assassin straight up like you would do a bat or the fish or a pan or anything like that. But let's talk about the bauble. So the base damage of the bauble hit is 15, and that also adds 5 seconds of bleeding, which adds another 40 damage on top of that. And there is an initial splash damage on hitting someone, which means that you'll be dealing anywhere from 59 to 79 damage with a bauble hit. And if you hit a critical hit, that will mean that the base damage of the bauble goes up to 45. Or even with a mini crit, it boosts the damage all the way up to 20 base damage and 54 bleed damage. So the bauble of the Rap Assassin is ridiculously deadly, and that is where most of the damage of this weapon is going to be coming from. Not actually swinging a roll of wrapping paper at an enemy. Honestly, I really like the Rap Assassin. I absolutely love pairing it with the Flying Guillotine. It's a bit like the old Sandman Cleaver combo, but you don't slow the enemy down. You just end up dealing a lot of bleed damage, which is really useful in fights that then have the potential to be dragged out a little bit. The Rap Assassin would actually also work with pretty much any other secondary weapon or primary weapon for that matter too. Since the Rap Assassin is pretty much there just to deal a whole lot of bleed damage, that would perfectly assist a pistol, so you can deal even more damage from a slightly further range than you would be able to deal with a regular scattergun, or you could be using it before you go into fights, making the enemy bleed, making them panic, and you have an advantage before the fight even starts, which is incredible. Honestly, there's so many different ways to use this weapon. I haven't tried them all out yet, for sure, and I definitely want to be using this weapon a lot more to be trying to figure out the best ways that I like using it and what other people are doing with it and why. Like I've said already, I absolutely love this weapon. I find it really fun to use. I feel more confident going into a fight if I've managed to hit them before engaging, and it makes a lot of fights easier. Or if the enemy is running away and I know they're low on health, hitting them with this thing will easily get me the kill I was trying to get, which is really, really helpful. And it makes you feel pretty good when you hit an enemy running away with the bauble. Like, you're actually good at the game. It feels good. I also quite like seeing people panic from this when they get hit from quite a way away. They miss more shots because of it too, which makes the fights even easier because they have something else to worry about other than the scout that's standing right in front of them. So that is it. That is the end of the Scouts Pouch series. We are finally done, which is insane. I genuinely never thought I'd be able to actually finish this series or that I'd get to the end of it. So honestly, I really hope you guys have all enjoyed it and have, I don't know, potentially been watching from the start. I've got no idea. Or you could just go back and watch them all now. That works too. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching the video. This series has been a proper adventure and I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you leave the video a like and also subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'd really appreciate that. We're trying to do one of these series for every single class eventually. So if there's a class you want to see me make videos for, then you know what? Subscribe, stick around. Eventually we'll get around to it. So yeah. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you for all of the continued support and I can't wait to see what happens next. Goodbye.